Greetings to all viewers. At this moment, we are standing at the coast of Quang where Super Typhoon Yagi, the strongest storm in Asia this year, has officially made landfall in Vietnam. You can see the massive waves continuously crashing onto the shore, towering higher than buildings. The wind is howling so fiercely that billboards and rooftops are being blown away. The scale of destruction from this storm is truly unimaginable, and people are in a state of panic as they are forced to evacuate. As you can see, Typhoon Yagi has swept away everything in its path, from the Philippines to Hainan, China. Many houses are no longer intact, rooftops have been torn off, and trees have been uprooted, scattered everywhere. Floodwaters are rising rapidly, turning roads into rivers, making travel nearly impossible. People here are facing terrifying moments as the destruction shows no signs of stopping. Rescue efforts are becoming extremely difficult as roads have been completely cut off. In Haiphong, Cat B International Airport has been completely paralyzed by the impact of Super Typhoon Yagi. All flights have been canceled, leaving thousands of passengers unable to leave the city. They have been forced to take shelter inside the airport, turning it into a temporary safe haven as strong winds and large waves continue to batter the area. Authorities are working tirelessly to ensure everyone's safety, but under the current conditions, restoring the airport's operations seems nearly impossible. What you are witnessing here is an extremely dangerous situation. Waves as high as 10 meters are continuously crashing onto the shore, sweeping away many boats and preventing rescue teams from reaching stranded areas. Strong winds, reaching speeds of up to 126 miles per hour, have made rescue efforts incredibly difficult. Coastal residents have been ordered to evacuate immediately, but the situation here remains extremely critical. From above, we can see that the city of Haiphong is completely submerged in water. Residential areas and streets are now unrecognizable as floods have engulfed everything. Thousands of people are isolated and waiting for assistance. However, under the current circumstances, rescue teams are facing significant obstacles in reaching these severely flooded areas. The Haiphong Industrial Zone, one of Vietnam's largest factories, VinFast, is also facing significant damage due to Super Typhoon Yagi. Strong winds have destroyed much of the critical infrastructure, bringing all production activities to a halt. Many other multinational companies are also suffering heavy losses as the storm continues to sweep through the area. The situation has become extremely difficult as floodwaters pour in and the winds show no signs of subsiding. Nearly 50,000 residents have been evacuated from coastal towns in Haiphong and Quang Ninh as Super Typhoon Yagi makes landfall. People are hastily leaving their homes, taking only essential belongings and seeking safe shelter. Rescue teams are working tirelessly to help evacuate residents before the storm worsens. However, with strong winds and rising floodwaters, the evacuation is becoming increasingly dangerous. At Halong Bay, one of the world's famous natural heritage sites, all tours have been immediately canceled. Waves are crashing violently against the limestone island, creating a terrifying scene. Local authorities have issued an urgent evacuation order for all tourists and residents to leave the area before the storm moves further inland. This is an extremely dangerous zone, and people should not risk staying behind. Power outages have occurred across Haiphong and surrounding areas due to the severe impact of Super Typhoon Yagi. Strong winds have damaged the electrical grid, affecting over 830,000 households. Technical teams are working hard to restore electricity, but given the current weather conditions, repair efforts are facing significant challenges. Residents are being advised to prepare flashlights and a supply of clean water to cope with the prolonged outage. As you can see, the main roads in Haiphong are completely flooded. Traffic has come to a complete standstill, with vehicles stranded in the water, unable to move. Floodwaters continue to rise, making the roads extremely dangerous. Residents are being urged not to go outside under any circumstances and to seek safe shelter immediately. Rescue teams are putting all their efforts into evacuating people from dangerous areas. Many families have had to leave their homes, taking only essential belongings with them. Rescue vehicles and helicopters have been deployed to transport residents to safety. This is a race against time, as floodwaters continue to rise and the storm shows no signs of weakening. As you can see from above, many residential areas have been completely isolated by floodwaters. Those still trapped are waiting for assistance from rescue teams, but accessing these areas by road is impossible. Rescue teams have had to use boats and helicopters to evacuate residents. The current situation is extremely complex. Rescue teams are currently doing their utmost to evacuate people from dangerous areas. Helicopters and rescue boats have been deployed to reach the isolated regions, and families are being evacuated one by one to safety. The battle against nature is ongoing, and with these efforts, we hope that many lives will be saved. Dear viewers, Super Typhoon Yagi has caused devastating destruction in northern Vietnam. Millions of people are facing the harshness of nature, and what we are witnessing may only be the beginning. Rescue teams are working tirelessly to ensure the safety of the population. The current situation remains extremely serious. Dear viewers, this is one of the most dangerous super typhoons we have ever witnessed. We will continue to provide the latest updates on Super Typhoon Yagi and ongoing rescue efforts in the coming hours. Please follow all instructions from authorities and ensure the safety of yourself and your family. We are facing the wrath of nature, but there is still hope if we act in time.